And they're off. Racing over 1 mile in the Visit Qatar Sussex Stakes, and Serengeti has to be ridden along early as he did not hit the kick, and now it is a clear and easy lead for Qirat, who will take them through the early stages. Henri Matisse moves now onto his tail in second. Serengeti now sent right round the field to try and press the early pace of Qirat. At the moment it is Docklands held up at the back of the field, and last but one is Field of Gold through the intersection, and it is Qirat to the inside rail. Serengeti has now moved into second. A break then of a couple of lengths to Henri Matisse in third. Rosallion is in fourth. Then Field of Gold racing in fifth. Into sixth goes Docklands, and Carl Spackler is now last of the 7. Down the hill they go and on towards halfway, and Serengeti has taken half a mile to get the lead, but now it is Serengeti who goes on. Serengeti bringing them into the home straight, goes clear by over 2 lengths to Qirat in second position. Rosallion moves up now to take third over Henri Matisse. Right on the tail of Rosallion is Field of Gold. Docklands last but one. Carl Spackler is still the back marker, and they've only got 2.5 furlongs to go in the Sussex Stakes, and Serengeti has still got the lead over Qirat in second. Now the others are sent in chase. Rosallion in third. Henri Matisse down the wide outside. Field of Gold is urged now to try and close. Docklands is towards the inside. A furlong to go. It is Qirat who has got the lead. Rosallion now powering down the wide outside. Henri Matisse is running towards the inside. 100 yards to go. Qirat still has the lead, and it will be Qirat in a shock in the Sussex Stakes. Qirat wins over Rosallion in second. Then in third, Henri Matisse, and only fourth for Field of Gold.
Richard Kingscote has just said it feels weird, and of course it does. Qirat was expected to be a pacemaker, running on his merits though, as Ralph Beckett was pointing out, at a track that suits him in the Group 1 Sussex Stakes, and he's only gone and won it. I bet, did it feel strange from the moment you crossed the line?
Yeah, very, very surreal. Yeah.
Right, talk me through the race, because it was an odd one to watch. How was it for you?
Yeah, we set out to go an even pace. You know, we spoke to Mr. Gosden and William, and they didn't want me to go crazy or too slow, so I thought I went even. But when I was looking around, I was detached, so I was a little bit concerned. And then obviously the other horse came past, but I didn't want him to get into a speed duel and be no help to anybody behind me. But as you said, my horse, under the rules of racing, was running under his own merits. He likes the track and gave me a great spin, to be fair to him.
Ralph was saying that he always works like a much better horse than he's ever been able to show until today.
Yeah, unbelievable really, but you know, he likes the track, he's very well balanced. He gave me a push button ride even on the way to start. He was a very sweet horse, so delighted really.
And could you hear the others coming, Rosallion and Henri Matisse?
Yeah, I could see Rosallion coming, but my horse kept pulling out, to be fair to him.
And I think, I mean, congratulations, this is a Group 1 win, and it's weird, isn't it? Because I suppose you don't feel you can celebrate it as you should and would otherwise.
Oh no, I'll take it. They're hard to come by, and I'm grateful that I got legged up on him. You know, I think Ralph was happy to have me on, being as I like being in front, and I like me fractions, so
you got those right.
Worked out okay.
Absolutely. And second Group 1 of the year, isn't it, after Time for Sandals?
Yeah, after the filly who runs Friday, it's turning out a pretty good year.
Yeah. You'll take the Group 1s no matter how they come out, I suppose.
Absolutely. Yeah. Great to be going away and on a positive note, and yeah, things are great.
Many congratulations, Richard. It's richly deserved. It came about in strange circumstances, but it's richly deserved. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, gentlemen have won the Group 1 Sussex Stakes. Barry Mann is here to see that and celebrate it, not with the horse that we all expected. Field of Gold, maybe a little bit flat. The winner, though, let's talk about him first, Qirat. A horse that's proven at the track. And Ralph Beckett said before the race, before the very first race of the day, this is a horse that I've always thought is a lot better than he's been able to show so far until today.
Yeah, definitely, Lydia, and he reiterated that in the parade ring to us. He said to me, you know, this horse is going to run big, and to Richard, he said, you know, there's a big run in this horse, he said, so you know, whilst he was obviously there to make the pace, he said that, you know, keep ride him out, and he thought he could finish in the 3, so he was dead right. He's a horse that we always felt like that, you know, had a lot of potential. Ralph actually wanted to enter him in this race back earlier in the year, and in my wisdom I said to him, don't be ridiculous, but we ended up having to supplement him. But look, he's got the result, and he's a beautiful horse, and he always has been, and that's why we always felt like there was more to come. And obviously, being a brother to Blue Stocking, it's an unbelievable pedigree. And things didn't work out for him in Ascot the last day. I think a little bit our own fault. We put headgear on him because he was a little bit lazy in some of his races, a little bit behind the bridle, and he just got too lit up the last day in Ascot. So I think his path was forged to come here then after that.
You're right to point out, given the way that he's bred, I know he wasn't the one that everybody was expecting and the one that we're looking towards being a stallion prospect, but it's still important, these successes.
Yeah, hugely, exactly. At the end of the day, Juddmonte and the owners, they want to compete at the top level and they want to win Group 1 races. So, you know, whilst it's not with the horse we thought it would be, we've still won the race, which is, you know, the most important thing. And as I say, it's great for the mare. She's a Group 1 winner herself. She's bred an ARC winner, and now she's bred a Sussex Stakes winner. So that's a phenomenal achievement.
Now, the race was messy to watch. Tell us what you were thinking and how it differed to what you'd imagined in your mind's eye.
Yeah, look, I've obviously only seen it live, so you know I'll need to go back and re-watch it. We just wanted a nice solid pace, which you know Qirat made a nice solid pace the whole way. They seemed to get detached from the two pacemakers. Whatever, you know, someone obviously wanted to go a bit slower. But I think ultimately William felt that he probably didn't handle the track, and felt that he just was a bit flat today. We don't know why, but you know, we all have off days, and you know, humans and equines and all manner of beasts, and I think William just felt that you know he wasn't his usual self today. So whether there's an issue there or something, we're not sure. We'll have to investigate, but he's definitely not the field of gold that we've all seen and know. So I'm sure he'll be back and there'll be another day.
Everything we know about him, particularly what we saw at Ascot, suggests that he should have obviously done a lot better than that, and it wasn't just track position that caused him to be there. Do you think it's because he ran so huge at Ascot that he might have actually been recoiling from that?
I don't think so. I think he's had a good enough break from Ascot. John and Thady have freshened him up. They've been happy with how he's trained. He looked good today, and he felt, you know, William said going down to the start he felt very fresh. So maybe he was a little bit too fresh, and you know maybe he's a horse that we did give him a break after Ascot, and you know he's a little bit fresh, and maybe we were a little bit kind on him. So we'll get him home and check him out first, and I think we'll have to make a plan then from there.
So it sounds like there's no point in me asking what, you know, you're going to have to work it out. Yeah.
Exactly. There's no point. Say you know, today wasn't his day, but we'll figure it out, and no better than John and Thady. They'll get him right, and we'll be back again, no doubt.
And is Ralph going to be allowed his head in entering the Sauce and Group 1s from now on?
Yeah, definitely. It's amazing. I've had more American and Hong Kong and every sort of racing jurisdiction up to me, inviting them to run. So hopefully the owners, that's something they might want to do, and travel them. And as one reporter said, Ralph knows a thing or two about winning the Breeders' Cup race, so maybe that's where he'll end up.
Well, that would be a very good ending to the season. I hope you resolve what is the issue, if there is one, with the Field of Gold. Many congratulations on the win with Qirat.
Thanks, Lydia. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Messy race, wasn't it, in the end? What's your take?
Yeah, obviously there was two pacemakers in. We had our pacemaker, and Juddmonte had their pacemaker. So obviously our Wayne missed the break on our horse, and he had to do the right thing. Then he had to accept it, and he had to come around wide of the field so that he wouldn't interfere with anybody. And what we would have thought then, he would have joined. He'd have joined.
Qirat, the winner.
Yes, Qirat, and the two of them kept an even pace going. But obviously the winner did the right thing for himself. He's back off of Wayne, so Wayne was left there by himself, and then obviously Shawnee and Ryan were following the second pacemaker that hadn't went too fast the first half of the race, and obviously failed to run him down. So that's long and short. Ryan was very happy with our horse. He just said when Sean's horse quickened, his horse found Goodwood a little bit different, and he said for a baby 3-year-old he wasn't sure racing down the hill, but he did keep coming, but this obviously didn't keep coming as quick as Shawnee's horse. But we were very happy with the run. Obviously, listen, we think there's more to come. We feel that we haven't got it right yet with him. But we look forward to the next day.
Might getting it right involve going up to 10 furlongs?
I think he can do that probably, but you're not sure until you do that. But he's never short a pace at home. Listen, he could go back to France for some of the mile races in France or whatever. So yeah, we'll see. But we never felt he was short a pace now, really.
Aidan, thank you very much. Best of luck for the rest of the week.
Thanks, Lydia.
Thank you.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.